This is the story, The Road to Emmaus, adapted from Jerome Berryman's Godly Plan. It's the season of Easter, when we celebrate how Jesus had died and God made him alive again. This is the road from Jerusalem to Emmaus. And here we will place table in Emmaus for dinner. It's been 3 days since Jesus had died. Two of his friends were walking to Emmaus. And they'd heard that when the women went to the tomb that morning, it was empty. And they saw a vision of an angel who said, "Jesus is not here, he has risen." And a man came up and joined them. And it was Jesus, but they did not recognize him. And he says, "What are you talking about?" And they said, "Are you a visitor in town? Are you the only one that doesn't know what has happened these days? How Jesus was a prophet who told many good things about God and how they had come to redeem them. And they had hoped that Jesus would be redeemed. But their elders and leaders had crucified him, and he had died on the cross. And now they were sad, and their hopes were dashed. And Jesus said, "Have you not seen what was in the Bible?" And he took the scriptures and he started in Genesis. And he went through the prophets and showed them all of the places that pointed to him and how he had come, lived, and then died, and lived again, so that they would have life everlasting. And as they approached Emmaus, it appeared that Jesus was going to continue on. So they asked him, "Stay with us." And so he did. And they sat at a table, and Jesus took the bread, and he blessed it, gave thanks, broke it, and gave it to them. And their eyes were opened, and they recognized it was Jesus. And he disappeared. And they said to one another, wasn't our heart warmed by the things that he told us? And they hurried back to Jerusalem. And they met the disciples, and the disciples said, Jesus is alive. He appeared to Simon. And they said, he is alive. We saw him in Emmaus and recognized him with the breaking of the bread. Jesus has risen. He is alive. Now I wonder what it's like to recognize Jesus with the breaking of the bread. I wonder how they felt when Jesus told them Scripture. I wonder what it would be like if we were to invite Jesus to stay with us. This is a story of the road to Emmaus.